Welcome back to another Real Talk reaction. This one is for Firefly Season 1, Episode number 10. Hey, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please hit that notification bell. Let's go.
Alright, a couple comments from episode 9, starting with executive producer Bjorn. He says, "Hey guys, yet again, an awesome episode. Simon showing his skills and the crew finally scoring some major loot. Jane being an asshole really bummed me out, but one can hope that he may find redemption. If you remember in the pilot episode when Marshall hid undercover as a passenger on the Serenity, he held River at gunpoint. Mal shot him in the head and they took off. Mal then asked Jane if he had anything to do with the Marshal getting loose on the ship. He said no, and when Mal asked why, Jane simply answered the money wasn't good enough. Mal then asked what happened when it is, and Jane said, well, that will be an interesting day. And so we had the day where he betrays everybody.
Yeah.
So we knew right from the start that there could be trouble with him in the future. The Blue Hand guys were creepy as F. We actually saw them already briefly in the second episode with a train job at the very end, but no biggie. Loved your reaction as always, and I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Alright, executive producer Jeremy says this episode was great. Getting to see Simon being more in charge and showing how good of a doctor he was is great. The guys with the blue hands are creepy, especially with that weapon that they're using. As Bjorn said in the other comment, we have seen them before in episode 2, and River said 2x2 hands of blue a lot in that episode as well. Jane turning Simon and River in was incredibly disappointing, but not entirely surprising when I first watched this episode. And River cut Jane. I was wondering why, and I was wondering did she do it randomly or because she knew something. Then when he turned them in, I wondered if she knew he was going to do that. Anyway, great episode and great reaction. I look forward to the next one. Eric comes through to say, great Simon episode as mentioned. One subtle little touch. The cortical electrodes joke is brilliantly funny, setting up an entertaining bit, then subverting it again. But it also provides an insight into Simon's character. Unlike the person watching the hospital door that day, Simon, the diligent, dedicated medical professional, would absolutely ask the paramedics what treatments they used, if only in hopes of correcting any mistakes for the sake of their next patient. I love it. This show played at such a high level at this point, it's truncated run. Corey says, get ready for part 3 of what I like to call the Compression Coley trilogy. When Kaylee and Wash are in the junkyard getting parts for the ambulance, you can see Kaylee picking up a compression coil. It would have really saved a lot of trouble if they had it in last week. That's very true. I didn't even notice that that's what she was picking up. Then a couple comments featured from YouTube, starting with Some Dolt, who says, Jane is sharpening his knife with a wet stone. It has to be wet to work. He licked his blade to ensure moisture was uniform along the entire blade.
Oh,
well, 90% to look cool and 10% the rest of that stuff.
Yeah.
Nick Q says, out of gas, Ariel, and the war stories, what a great run of back-to-back episodes. Probably my 3 favorites of the show. Full Moon Prepping says, Jane showed legitimate shame when he told Mal not to tell them what he did. He really cared what the others thought of him. That is not the Jane Mal hired. Brilliant treatment of it. Jane is far more complex than anyone imagined. Great reaction.
He still had mercy.
And then we have Albert Meyer saying, 1, why did River slash Jane? Some people think she sensed his forthcoming actions. I'm of the opinion that it is connected to his shirt. He was wearing a shirt with the Blue Sun logo. You might see it here and there in the background. Love has a big multinational corporation, or Lore has it as a big multinational corporation with a finger in tons of industries, including defense contracting. Blue Hands guys seem to work for it. None of this was ever said explicitly. 2, did you see the random part Wash chucked while they were rummaging through the scrapyard? Looked an awful like a compression coil. 3, was Mal really going to kill Jane? If so, why did he change his mind? I'm of the opinion that he honestly was going to space him, but Jane asking him to lie showed that deep down Jane actually cares and is worth giving another chance. Love the reactions. You both rock. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Alright, last comment is from Havoc6280, who's saying, showing Simon in his element demonstrates just how much he gave up to save River, which I thought was fantastic too. So great comments as always, guys. Keep those coming, and let's get to episode 10 right now.
Did you ever read the works of Shan Yu?
Shan Yu, the psychotic dictator?
Yep. Fancied himself quite the warrior poet. Wrote volumes on war, torture, the limits of human endurance.
That's nice. He said, besides, if all they cared about was hurting River, they wouldn't still be after her.
But she's doing better.
I've tried a couple different medications. She's sleeping better, but nothing really stable. I'll keep trying. Certainly got enough drugs on hand.
Yes, I'd forgotten you're moonlighting as a criminal mastermind now.
Right.
Got your next heist plan?
No. But I'm thinking about growing a big black mustache. I'm a traditionalist.
You just like a whole other level of respect now for Cyborg in this episode.
Oh, please. So, now we are past the preliminaries, the little questions. Why you schemed from protection fund? How you could betray my trust? This we are past. Now we get to the real questions about who you truly are.
I'm sorry, sir.
He likes that
Get to
boy.
heart of
Or
matter,
whatever.
always interruptions.
And you didn't argue the point or even give it another thought.
I gave, honey. And then came the lying to me about it, which for me is sort of the highlight of this little adventure.
Is there any way I'm going to get out of this with honor and dignity?
You're pretty much down to ritual suicide, Lammy Toes.
I didn't want to upset you.
What did you think of it?
Of what?
My idea. Call the local MDs. Forget the fence, go straight to the source. Better prices, and we know the drugs get to the right people.
Captain thinks it'll get back to someone. It just caused trouble.
Tycoon, Suyu, Yoda, Shin, Chao, Sai, Jin, Wuda, Piku. Was I ever not asking what the captain thought?
Well, I tend to agree with him.
Tend to or had to? I love the fact that you two are old army buddies and you have wacky stories with rib cages in them, but could you have...
Oh, that's why he was
Your
in
own,
his little
please.
feelings. Okay.
You're losing the high ground here, sweet cakes.
I'm sure you and Mal will take that hill and fortify with the
I thought your plan was too risky. I thought.
Then tell me. I am a large, semi-muscular man. I can take it. Don't hide behind Mal because you know he'll shoot it down for you. Tell me.
Because what this marriage needs is one more shouting match.
Look, what this marriage needs is one less husband.
Ooh.
Right now it's kind of crowded.
Woo! Babe. It's getting a little uncomfortable.
Shots.
Whoa. May. How you doing?
I'm gonna throw up.
I'm sorry, it's a side effect. We just have to find the right treatment for you. How you feel now?
Going back like apple bits. Coming back up. Chaos.
But you felt okay this morning?
Played with Kaylee. The sun came out and I walked on my feet and heard with my ears. I hate the bits that stay down and I work. I function like I'm a girl. I hate it because I know it'll go away. The sun goes dark and chaos has come again. It's fluid. What am I?
You are my beautiful sister.
I threw up on your bed.
Yep,
Beautiful sister.
definitely my sister.
Yeah. You couldn't have thrown up on your own bed, but okay. Okay.
Didn't Laura express a wish for privacy?
Oh, you gotta see who she's got. Oh, he's handsome. I think he's gonna bring her flowers. Oh, there he is.
Well, he was a respectable sort.
Oh my god. Mal, stop. The whole point is just like, don't say words.
I'm on my hand.
We're all clear here, Counselor.
Oh, that's not even the
That's
guy.
not even the
That's
guy.
a security. Ooh.
All clear here.
It's a girl. Malkin doesn't have anything to say. Oh my.
Oh gosh, I
Didn't see that one
knew
coming.
she took female clients.
We look so glamorous together.
I'll be in my bunk.
Oh gosh.
Lucrative as this stuff is, I'll be glad to see the last of it. Kind of makes us a target.
What's River in here messing around? The ignition sequence is all turned about. I can't even...
I can.
I'll get it set. Would you wash? We gotta get moving.
Here's a funny twist. No.
Oh jeez.
No what?
No, sir.
Change the sequence?
Didn't want you taking off without me. In fact, didn't want you taking off at all.
Thought I might take this run instead. Me and the captain. The captain who's standing right here telling you that's not gonna happen?
Well, it's a dangerous mission, sir. I can't stand the thought of something happening that might cause you two to come back with another thrilling tale of bonding and adventure.
You can't with him
I
right
just
now.
can't take that right now.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on.
I'm lost. I'm angry, and I'm armed. So if you two have something that you need to
It's all
work
right,
out...
sir. We've dealt with Bosch before. Shouldn't be a problem. And I wouldn't mind sitting this one out.
Oh, this is a fine thing, fun conjecture, but I don't have time to unwind it. Wash. Get her started. Zoe, ship is yours.
Bye, hon. We promise not to stop for beers with the fellas.
I can't handle y'all coming back with another crazy adventure
We gonna
story.
sing army songs or something?
I ain't got time for y'all right now. Let's go drop this shit out and get to the money.
That feels amazing. Oh, right there. Oh, that's perfect. I should have done this weeks ago. I wouldn't have been here weeks ago. And that would have been a shame. For me as well. You have such beautiful skin. There's no need for the show, Nora. I just need to relax with someone who's making no demands on me. Most of my clientele is male. Do you know that? No. If I choose a woman, she tends to be extraordinary in some way. And the fact is, I occasionally have the exact same need you do. One cannot always be oneself in the company of men. Never, actually. So no show. Let's just enjoy ourselves. You're so lovely.
Hey. You're so glamorous, Nate.
Look, this thing with you and Zoe.
Really not looking to talk on that topic?
Hey, I let that Nilsa trick of yours slide because this is a milk run. But when I go on a mission, I'm taking Zoe, and that's the drill. You know that. And what happens if we get into a situation here? Hey, I've been in a firefight before.
Well, I was in a fire. Actually, I was fired from my dry cook opportunity.
You missing my point, man.
I can handle myself.
And you understand what Zoe's job entails. I'll learn as I go.
So now I'm learning about carrying.
He just looks so silly.
With your Hawaiian shirt on.
You're not intimidating at all, Watch. I'm sorry.
Nice to know you're still trustworthy. I'm not so trustworthy, I don't want to see the money you promised me.
Yeah. Can't believe you guys knocked over an Alliance hospital. The pair you had.
Yeah. Stuff legends are soft cow.
Oh, jeez. he say? Now I'm learning what? I didn't hear what he said.
Learn about being scared, yeah.
Is that what he said?
Something like that.
You're not spotting. Right.
See what? I got money. That what you want to take? Some money?
Jane, grab your weapon.
What's going on?
She picks who she's
I
with.
know. I'm just
And she would never pick
Get him
Jane.
back
You're
now.
looking at me like I ain't got no money.
We go back around. We'll take the mule.
I'll go with you.
No offense, Shepard, but I sure as hell hope they don't need a preacher.
3 sets of eyes are better than 2.
So you see me out here games?
Right.
I got
Do you
games
know
right
me?
now. Look at me. I'm jacked, man.
I haven't even told you about my life.
I used to be in the prison system.
I used to be into some shit.
Yeah.
I be knowing folks.
I got a gun right now.
I'm just spending the rest of my time trying to save my soul because I was into some shit.
I used to murder so
Right.
much.
Look at these wounds. I'd say a 54R sniper rifle.
Like, why do you know that? Why do you know
Yeah.
from the wound what type of sniper it was? Ugh.
Rats.
I hope we get to learn about his freaking whole life.
Sure.
Whoever did this, they weren't after the goods.
Yeah, she was smart enough to be like, let's pull up from behind.
Find them here. They're off planet already. Only one type of transport I know makes a mark like this.
Fast burn rocket shuttle.
Craft like that not commonly part of the ship. More likely we're looking at
Space station. I know who's got him.
Who's got him? The Lions? Yeah.
Relationships. That's just you projecting your own intimacy issues on everyone else.
I can't believe I continue the conversation.
Of course. Could be a lot simpler than that. Could be I just don't think you're good enough for Zoe.
I don't give a good goddamn what you think.
Oh, don't you? Zoe and I.
Oh, don't you?
We got a history, and I figure you've got to be asking yourself some fundamental questions as to the nature of that history.
You never slept with my wife?
Oh, in fact, you know that for sure, do you? You ever ask her? We've been together for a long time before you came along, Wash, and she's a damn fine looking woman.
Run. Run.
That's 5 times what you paid us for the train job.
Yes, you have had, you said, good times. I see that.
Should be more than enough to buy back my men.
This
My
is your
man.
opinion, is it?
It is.
They are perhaps damaged now. They're worth so much too.
Yes.
And to me, they are worth more.
Ugh.
I think this is not enough. Not enough for 2. But sufficient perhaps for 1. You now have...
Tim. I'm sorry. You're going to ask me to choose, right? Do you want to finish?
You ruined my whole thing. They've been
Yeah,
arguing
man.
about you this entire time. I thought this would be a more difficult question.
It's yours. We are ended now.
Now,
Just keep walking.
A moment, please.
You said I can go,
This
man.
money, it is too much.
It's too much.
You should have some small refund.
Look how
Excuse me. I was just telling everything.
Days if you can.
Bastard's not gonna get days.
What's he gonna do?
Go shoot that bitch out.
God, you're safe.
Look how bad it's going.
Where's Mal? Visca wouldn't let him go.
Is he alive?
For now. Take that to the infirmary, put it on ice.
It's his
What is
ear,
this?
so we can put it back on him later.
This is the ear. Holy.
It's his ear.
Heard you sing. What?
We're getting them back.
What are we gonna do, clone him?
To the clone?
The right equipment, I should be able to reattach it.
That was good.
That's assuming there's a head.
Do you know the writings of Shan Yu?
I'm starting a book club? What are you trying to torture me? Trying to torture me?
Yes, today we meet you. And you're quite a man, an extraordinary man, yes. But these are not times for extraordinary men.
But his whole ear's gone.
Business is not war, heroics are unseemly, they complicate. For you, I have a special machine. Very precious.
They say people don't look like their pets.
Let us see if we can meet the real you.
What's that do? What does that do? What is it doing?
Definitely not tickling him.
Here, 6 shots and
Maybe
then
he
drop
hates
it.
tickling so much.
That's what it looks like.
This here's suicide. You do know that, don't you? You really think you can
Look at Rick. What you about to do?
This guy collects
You mean
animals.
wash?
I mean, yeah.
Technically, it's a
You
one-man,
got
one-woman assault.
any training on any of these weapons? Did you put on your body?
Oh, yes. Effie, dear. You won't be expecting it.
Right, because they ain't insane.
I just got away from Nara. No luck with the council. What are they doing?
Fixing to get himself killed.
We're gonna go get the captain.
Oh, good. Can we do that?
No.
You know, there's a certain motto, a creed among folks like us. You may have heard it. Leave no man behind.
Suicide.
Got a good look at the layout on my way in last time.
Looking like
The
Terminator.
wash is so silly.
Beth, what's this?
We're going with you.
If it were any one of us, Captain wouldn't hesitate.
This should do.
This should do just
The Bible has some
nicely.
pretty specific things to say about killing.
Quite specific. It is, however, somewhat fuzzier on the subject of kneecaps.
On kneecaps. I'm good. I'm gonna just shoot kneecaps. Ouch.
Hey, boy, you doing way around the gun.
What?
This man's a man of business.
I know.
Think I grew this ponytail for nothing? Boy, this is tree rings.
Oh my god. Mal gets up and starts kicking ass. Amazing.
Victor!
Take y'all two out. Nobody owe money to nobody. Oh man.
Woo.
Looks like business ain't running so much as crawling away.
You want to meet the real me now?
We got a doctor.
He's just a badass. Did he get hit? Oh no.
He got ricochet.
Don't think, just shoot.
He's scared.
They're losing their grounds. Oh my god.
Give me the gun. Watch. We're gonna do a Chuck flash.
Can't look, can't look.
Nice! She had her eyes closed.
She memorizing terrain.
Good job.
No power in the verse can stop me.
I'm sorry, what now?
You guys should probably just take him out.
There's something the captain has to do for himself.
No, how you know that?
Oh.
Oh.
He said, did he say no? No, please, take him out.
Yeah. Nobody got time for that.
I've been tortured. I'm really tired. Where'd the old man go? Nisha.
Everybody need mad with it.
Why is he smelling so hard?
They got stories now.
Wife soup. Must have done
Wife soup.
Yes, dear. You've done good.
Did you tell her?
Tell her what?
Your husband has demanded that we sleep together.
Really? What? Now, come on.
He seems to think it would get all this burning sexual tension out in the open. You know, make a fair fight for your womanly affections.
No. That was the torture talking, remember? The torture.
The torture.
Remember that?
I know it's a difficult mission, but you and I have to get it on.
I understand. We have no
understand.
choice. Take me, sir. Take me hard.
Well, something about that is just downright unsettling.
We'll be in our bunk.
I will be giving it to her. Hard.
What's going on here?
I understand, sir. We have no choice.
Free soup. Alright, that was episode 10 of Firefly, and man, I like that episode. I do like how Jane was really taking a seat back this episode. Because he really need to, he probably just a little scared and everything, and just like, don't want to tread.
Here is apples.
Yes,
The
he's just
apples
being
for
really
everyone.
nice to everybody, just very, very humble in this episode, which I like. But I did like the team stepping up. I wish they would have got the old guy. That would have been the end of that. Take the money back, all that. It would have been all good. Man, it was a little vicious how they cut his ear off. I thought that ear was gonna be gone, but I'm glad to see we got a doctor on board now. I am still curious and in love with our preacher guy, who is just Shepard. He's just a enigma right now of surprises. They're probably gonna tell us, I don't know, maybe in the movie or something. They'll probably tell us who he is, what he done, and why he's such a badass. But he is a badass, and I'm liking to see how he step up every single time on this episode. Yeah, man, the whole thing was just, again, another great adventure. It wasn't cheesy. It wasn't made up. It looked like something that just organically came through, because we did see those bad guys in the first couple of episodes, and this is revenge for his boy getting kicked into the engine, which I love that part right there. But I thought it was an excellent episode, man. Everybody played a good role in this one here.
Yeah, I feel like this, I mean, we're 10 episodes in, and like one thing that really like settled for me this episode was that it feels like we're super, all the characters are super aligned and in their roles. Like, I know the dynamic of the team completely now, and it just feels super settled. Even after an episode in which Jane betrayed them, just the fact that like he took a seat back, I think really solidifies. I'm hoping anyway, and that's what it felt like to me. Like this as the family dynamic, like everyone knows their role, knows how important everybody else's role is, and I think having Wash and Mal have this episode where they kind of like fight it out, and Zoe obviously too, as far as what their relationship dynamic is, I thought was brilliant just to solidify all those spectrums. Obviously now with the last scene with River, that's going to create some anxiety, so to speak, for Kaylee. Like, whoa, she just like shot them with her eyes closed, which I thought was badass, but like, what does that mean? And why did she use the line like I'm unstoppable? Like that's not the greatest line to use when you just murder 3 people.
She
like
is a superhero.
and we saw you like, you know, hurt Jane. Obviously there might have been reasons behind it, but like, does that mean you're a threat to any of us again? But my highlights for the episode have to be one, again, I thought Simon's character is so solidified now as having growth, having seen last episode too, but his line about the shepherd coming through and be like, I don't think that's a thing yet. You still haven't shot anybody because he missed. I thought that was one of my favorite. I love the Mal and Wash getting tortured. I mean, I didn't love them getting tortured, but I love that they were so committed to the argument that they were having. And I feel like Mal was doing that on purpose to keep Wash as awake as possible, to keep him like engaged so he doesn't, you know, die. Which I thought, again, just goes to Mal's character above all else.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really, really great. And then seeing it at the end, both Mal and Zoe teasing Wash about the whole thing was hilarious to me. I just think it's a super solid episode from start to finish. I enjoyed every bit of it and cannot wait for the next one.
Yeah, that was a good time. All right, well, look, thank you guys again for watching another Real Talk reaction for Firefly Season 1, Episode number 10. And until next time, people, peace.